Hey, Jason Whitlock. Hey, my guy. No, you're not my guy. Guy, come here. You're not that guy, pal. You're not. That big rack of hers, that's inappropriate. That butter skin, that's inappropriate. Like, bro, you're not that guy.
Oh my God.
With this lawsuit, you have the Jason Whitlocks of the world. What did he say?
I know what I'm capable of. That big rack of hers that she showed off constantly. And that peanut butter skin with that big rack. Like, Jay, keep your distance.
Okay. Hey, Jason Whitlock. Hey, my guy. No, you're not my guy.
Let me be very clear. So he decided to play a clip of what Jason Whitlock said. What Jason Whitlock was saying was that not that Joy Taylor liked him, not that he had a shot with her. Joy Taylor used to work on the show with Jason, or was getting ready to work on the show with Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock, or he was, I think she was on the show with him and Marcellus. Or they were either going to work together or she was on the show. I'm not sure. But what Jason Whitlock was saying is that he knows himself. So him being around, he said that he kept his distance from Joy Taylor. He was saying like, yo, I don't know what's true, what's not. I actually kept my distance from Joy Taylor because I know how I am. I'm going to get distracted by a woman who's coming in, a beautiful woman who's got big breasts and is showing them out, beautiful skin, all these different things, a nice body. That's all he was saying. He was not trying to insinuate by any means. I listened to his full show that Joy Taylor is interested in him sexually or even showed any type of interest in any way. Listen to what Cam Newton tries to do.
Peanut butter skin with that big rack. Like, Jay, keep your distance.
Okay. Hey, Jason Whitlock. Hey, my guy. No, you're not my guy. Guy, come here. You're not that guy, pal. You're not. That big rack of hers, that's inappropriate. That butter skin, that's inappropriate. Like, bro, you're not that guy. So to comment on something like this, bro, stay in your lane.
Am I missing something? It's inappropriate to say that she has a big rack. And hold on. And if you think that's inappropriate, it's inappropriate to say that she has butter skin, and what he actually said was peanut butter skin. That's inappropriate?
Not. That big rack of hers, that's inappropriate. That butter skin, that's inappropriate. Like, bro, you're not that guy. So to comment on something like this, bro, stay in your lane. Whether Joy did what she did, the accusations are true or not, stay in your lane, Jason. All right? Because, bro, like, you're having an outer body experience, and it's time for me to put you back in your body to let you know, bro, you're not that guy, pal.
Yeah.
Joy, is she a very attractive woman? Absolutely. And it's not for me to make inappropriate statements, Jason. Like, all right, let's put it like this, since we want to get personal. Like, yo, who you fucking? Who you sleeping with?
What she look like?
Like, bring her to the forefront, him to the forefront, because now you got to be open in these.
Yeah,
things.
you gotta be.
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no shade, but I'm just keeping it a bug.
Yeah.
This is a person who's, bro, like been a villain in the industry for years. So I'm like, bro, we want to see her. Don't say no inappropriate things like that and not be questioned about that.
Like, bro, what? So now what Cam Newton is trying to do is so corny. It's so corny. It's so corny. You're trying to say, oh, Jason Whitlock, he's fat, so he should stay in his lane because he would never get a girl like her. So I guess Cam Newton is saying that Charlie Dixon, I guess he's handsome enough to get a girl like I have to just ask myself why. He's telling Jason Whitlock to stay in his lane. Meanwhile, he's commenting on it. But Jason Whitlock was actually on the network dealing with Joy Taylor. And I believe whether they were on the show or not, they were on the same network. But I believe they were on the same show. Why does he need to stay in his lane? You're trying to act like now it's so disrespectful to say she's got a big rack and peanut butter skin. This is how these pandering men, and I don't know why they feel the need to jump out the window when it comes to this type of situation, but this is what occurs, in my opinion, across the board in a lot of areas in our culture where black men are so scary, they will not call out a black woman for anything. And what ends up happening is when you only hold one group accountable and you don't hold the other group accountable, it creates resentment, and it's not conducive for having positive relationships with each other, because you let this group get away with anything. They don't have to be held accountable to anything. Meanwhile, the fellas, they're forget innocent until proven guilty. They're guilty until we feel like they're innocent. That's just what it is. Hold on. Mama Lay wrote, I actually thought Joy was talking about this actress Jazzy, who said what she would never do till she met that athlete, Cam Newton, who threw all her alleged morals out the window. Oh, and then there Cam is. I'm not sure who Joy was talking to. I don't know who Joy was talking to, but I'm just going based off of what she said. Just giving a little insight on more of what type of person she is. Now, maybe that doesn't give y'all as much of insight on what type of person she is, but Joy, I'm gonna be totally honest. Maybe I'm a little biased because I'm not necessarily a fan of Joy. Like, I've heard her comment, like I watched the show and I'm just like, then like, yo, who makes her qualified to even speak on these things? And then it's like she's a big time feminist and she's always using like these talking points to talk about how hard it is as a black woman and all this. Like, I don't want to, like, stop it. Stop it. You're on a show talking about sports and nobody even knows you. Like, nobody even knows you from sports. And you're on a TV show getting paid a whole lot of money to talk about sports. Stop it. But we're not done. Let me show y'all this last video that I want to highlight with this particular topic. And this is Dave Portnoy. I believe it's Dave Portnoy. Hold on one second. Let me give y'all the full video or the full clip of what Jason Whitlock said, because I think it's important for us to actually see what Jason Whitlock said, because we just played Cam. So let me play exactly what Jason Whitlock said.
I know what I'm capable of. And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly, it's just, and that peanut butter skin with that big rack. Like, Jay, keep your distance. I know what I'm capable of.
What's wrong with what he said? I don't see it. Maybe I'm missing it. I don't know, but I don't see it at all. So hold on. I just want to play this last video. This is Dave Portnoy. It's right here.
Since when is Acho some heavyweight who gets people promoted? I honestly don't even know why Joy Taylor is in the lawsuit, because she was mean to her hair. Dave Portnoy talking about Joy Taylor. Who effing cares if they had consensual relationship or not? And since when is Acho some heavyweight who gets people promoted? I honestly don't even know why Joy Taylor is in the lawsuit, because she was mean to her hairdresser, yet simultaneously spilled her guts to her. Makes zero sense. Dave Portnoy.
The only reason I want to point out is, why are all these men coming to the aid? Dave Portnoy, you run Barstool Sports. So you would think that he would be somewhat empathetic of what Joy Taylor's being alleged doing to one of the bosses of Fox Sports. But this is just the world that we live in. And maybe people will hear this conversation and what I'm having and just be like, yo, it's not that serious. It's not that deep. I'm telling y'all, I see this across the board in a lot of conversations. I see this across the board in a lot of conversations. I feel it. I feel this in a lot of situations that I'm in, where for whatever reason, we are just so scared. Like, it's like being on a team with somebody. You ever been on a team with somebody where they're allowed to get away with everything? You're held accountable. You have to run your sprints. You have to do your conditioning. You have to do your lifting. You have to make sure you focus on your assignment. You have to watch film. You have to make sure your grades are good in the classroom. But then this other person that you're relying on your team, they get away with everything. It makes the entire team dysfunctional. There's no way that we can operate and be the best that we can be because this person just keeps allowing, we just excuse every little thing that they do. But then we feel comfortable as men jumping out the window saying, believe all women. What? Do we not see the situations? Didn't the situation just come out with the stripper that accused the Duke lacrosse players of graping them? And then what happened? She came out and said that she just made it up. Why are we not bothered by this? These type of things ruin people's lives. Just like a lot of women's lives are ruined by the things that they go through on the workforce. I'm just wondering, why is it so easy for a woman to have in her mindset as a strategy to climb her corporate ladder to do what Joy Taylor is being alleged of doing? So that's where I'm gonna leave it. That's where I'm gonna leave it. Maybe it's not a big deal. And maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm triggered by something internally. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm overreacting. I don't know what it is. Maybe I am. But I have a huge issue with this. And I have a huge issue with men that constantly just like, bro, I don't want to say anything inappropriate or offend anybody, but I just don't get it. I just really don't get it because you think you're doing somebody a favor and you're really not. You're really handicapping them and handicapping their growth and allowing a woman like Joy Taylor to get up here and talk about she has to work twice as hard to get half the opportunities. Meanwhile, what she's allegedly doing is this. So I guess everybody's okay with it. I guess everybody's okay with their daughters. If they have daughters doing it, I guess they're okay with the daughters doing it or other women doing it to other men. Maybe their sons. Like I really, and once again, I'm biased. Two of my best friends were accused of something sexually that they did not do. And I saw how it impacted their lives then. And one of them, rest in peace, one passed away. And two out of three of them that were involved in the situation passed away. And the third one, it's like you always will be remembered as that. You missed your senior football year because somebody made up some lies about you. You missed your senior football season. And we always talk about trajectory, right? How small things could make big impacts in our future. So what if he would have played his football season that he busted his ass for, that he was one of the hardest worker on the team for? Maybe he could have gotten into college and played sports. Maybe his life would be totally different right now. But you know what? When it came out that this girl had just made up the entire story, you know what they did? They just edited the newspaper article. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm wrong. They didn't edit the newspaper article. You know the newspaper article that I'm actually thinking about? They were accused of bringing a girl and doing certain things in this park. And maybe 10 years later, there was a killing in the park. Nothing having to do with each other. And do you know in that article, when they were writing a story about the park, they said this is the same park where such and such occurred. And they talked about this issue and never even said that they were found, like didn't make it clear that the kids were actually, that they were found, that the case it didn't even go to trial because it was thrown out. Because they had video evidence that showed that the girl was lying and her story was super inconsistent. I wrote the editor wrote the editor saying like, yo, why would you put this in this article, especially without doing your due diligence and even understanding and not making it clear that they were not found guilty of that, didn't even go to trial, and that was thrown out. Nobody cares. Nobody has any sympathy or empathy for men in this society. We talk about it. Leslie, what were you saying earlier? We live in a society where it's not okay for men to cry. We're condoning and allowing and standing up for women that are allegedly Me Tooing dudes that can destroy their entire reputation, their legacy, destroy their family's legacy and reputation, and we don't care. We don't care. So maybe men can't afford to be crying out here. Everybody, why do we want men to be able to cry so much, but then we don't want to actually step up and hold the women accountable of doing these men that we supposedly care about wrong, or men that could be in that same situation? Why don't we call out the women? Why are we not enraged? If we really care about women being sexually assaulted on the job and going through all these different things, and if we really do believe as women, if you believe as a woman that you have to work twice as hard to get half the opportunity, wouldn't what she's being accused of offend you? Wouldn't these other situations where these women make stuff up and it comes out that they're lying, wouldn't these situations offend you? Wouldn't the stripper that accused the Duke lacrosse players and then does a podcast 10 years later and says, oh yeah, I made up the whole story, shouldn't that offend you? But we want men to be able to cry. And I'm not saying you in particular, Leslie. I'm just saying overall, like, you know, we want men to be more vulnerable. Damn, how are we going to be more vulnerable? How much more vulnerable does it get than if Joy tries to Me Too me, and just accuses me and everybody believe? Oh my God! Damn. And Leslie wrote about Joy. I don't think in that clip she was referring to herself. Well, what she was referring to was other people and what they say on Instagram as far as the standards that they have. And what she was saying is keep it a buck. If the dude's fine enough, if he's whatever enough, and if he makes enough money, all those standards go out the window. That's what he was saying. That's what she was saying. That's it, as far as how I took it. Maybe I'm wrong. It happened in my family too. So who, when these things happen, who says something? The men are scared to say something. What? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm fighting a battle that ain't there. I feel like you know what I feel like right now? I feel like I'm, you ever seen Boys in the Hood when Ricky died and Cuba Gooding Jr., he walks in Nia Long's house and he's like, she doesn't know what's wrong, or maybe she doesn't know, and he starts swinging at the air and stuff like that. I feel like that's me right now. Like, I feel like that's me right now. So maybe I'm bugging. So I say all that to say, maybe I'm bugging. All right, we'll leave it there. All right, so we got a couple more videos to get through quickly. I have to show y'all this this Sunny hosting video. All right, so we got a couple Sunny hosting videos to play. We're gonna have fun and finish off with her. So all right, so we can finish off on a fun note. So I'm glad that it ended up happening like this. All right, so what's the first video? The first video is, I think, by way of Megan Kelly. Megan Kelly, where are you? All right, here we go. We got a funny one. We're gonna finish off with a funny one. All right, let me share this. Get y'all tell me, am I bugging? I think I'm bugging. Now I'm looking at it totally different now. I'm bugging. It's me. My Joy Taylor didn't do anything wrong. Matter of fact, I'm standing up for Joy Taylor. Matter of fact, Joy Taylor, you're so beautiful. You're lovely. Oh my God, if I ever just saw you, like, I would just have to tell Maya, like, it's over, I'm done. And I just, like, I risk it all for Joy. I just really want to make that clear. I think that's important. All right. And let's just leave it there. Ew, ew, it's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.